Hello and welcome, Fortnite fans. We are here and we are live. Little IEN Fortnite action coming out at you. Week number 6. I'm FBI Tugboat here with me, Logan Summit. Logan, how are we feeling on the day, my friend? Yeah, good to see you as well, my friend. And have to agree with you. Yes, we have a couple of heavy hitters, a couple of real heavy hitters coming in here. Coming here on the day. Right, week 6 coming at you. Obviously, we're getting towards back half of this regular season. Looking at Fairfield, 4-1 as of right now. Take a look at the roster. We have Grax, we have Zach Shearer, we have Porter, and we have Polo. Taking a look on the other side, Alexandria Monroe sit in pretty, Logan. 5-0 right now, have not taken a L within the IEN thus far. That is made up of Batman Clicks, Felix the Goat, Not Jack, Blink 180 Dude, which is a name after my own heart. I absolutely love it.
Name.
Absolutely
That's
love it.
great.
And then, of course, Purple Guy. Okay, gotcha. And then Purple Guy, big shout out to
favorite
Coach.
color is purple. Is that what we're getting at there?
I'm pretty sure that's where
Or
that's
is
where
it
it goes right there.
To Grimace? I'm just wondering. Are we getting Grimmy on it? I don't know.
Well, that could definitely be it. Little Grimace references here on IEN Fortnite. I love that. Purple Guy was actually my RuneScape name way back in the day. So we have like my favorite band as a child, as well as my RuneScape name from way back in the day. Pretty interesting.
Yeah, it actually is. You know what? I think Prince would be battling for you. And the purple, Prince always wore purple and he looked good in it. And you know who looks great today? Besides yourself, sir, is Zotek Gaming. Let's give some love to them. A big shout out to Zotek Gaming for supporting Scholastic Esports in Indiana. You can show your appreciation for Zotek Gaming by giving them a shout out on social media. Hashtag powered by Zotek or hashtag Zotek USA when you post. Get involved. And thank you to Landfest for having us here. We couldn't be doing it without you. And I couldn't be doing it without you, Mr. Tugboat. Bro, how much are you enjoying Fortnite right now? It is so much better than Black Ops 7, in my humble opinion. I'm just saying.
Well, hardly a competition between those two games. Obviously, the fan bases might be, shared like a little bit, right? But they're very different games. But I got to say, we have not seen an iteration like this within Call of Duty games thus far. Yes, to Springfield we go. A TV show older than myself out here being represented. A TV show that's now spanned 6 decades, right? 80s, 90s,
Yes.
2000s, 2010s, and 2020s. That's 5 decades. Excuse me, I can't count,
5
folks.
decades. I was going to say you're aging me because I'm 47, but I still remember when The Simpsons came out, and it was part of another TV show to start. But they did break a record with this new iteration of the game. 1.2 million concurrent players. That's absolutely amazing numbers.
It is insane. I think that speaks to Fortnite, to Epic, as well as to a fantastic cultural icon that has been The Simpsons. Hopping on into this one, I want to talk to you all a little bit about different game modes. Yes, it was Zone Wars a whole lot last year within the WSSEA, within the IEN. We're going to be looking at 3 different game modes now: box fight, gunfight, and Zone Wars. Gunfight, obviously, you go through and you get an elimination with each weapon. Box fight, having those crazy edits and builds. Zone Wars, exactly what we saw last year. Of course, 2 teams dropping opposite sides, get their choice of that loadout, and then go forth and do battle in a more standard kind of Fortnite format there, Logan, with the circle, progressively getting slower or smaller.
I gotta love that logo. Look at that Indiana Esports Network logo
cool
in the background. That is dope with a capital D. That's how you get it done. The IEN showing up and showing out. And these competitors need to do the work. Look, Fortnite is a team-based game. And teamwork, as we all know, makes that dream work. But there are different strats that you can use with these different matchups. Because we are playing a variety of different styles of games here. I I like to use an Overwatch at the top, get somebody up on top of a hill, have them looking down condescendingly at the rest of the competition while your teammates go down and do the dirty work that makes it happen. Let's see if these competitors use that strat or if they go in their own direction. Either way, it's going to be exciting.
2 points to back up yours there, Logan. First of all, any first-person shooter taking high ground, you are going to find advantage, right? Just based on, obviously, the methods with which you shoot up at people. Obviously, if you have that angle, then you have cover, right? Second,
right.
The most important thing, and that is information, right? Information and
yes.
the call out to the person on top can provide, especially if you give them any sort of weapon that has some kind of scope right there, right? Especially if this is like a little bit bigger and whatnot. Without that scope, it might be a little bit hard to see exactly what is going on. This will also be a little bit like of a safer play, given that last year we had plenty of teams optimizing this, right? Going with that single man back, 2 players forward, going forth, doing the dirty work, like you said. With 1 player sitting back, but that was zone wars when you have 4 different teams sometimes dropping. This one will be a lot more concentrated because there's only one trio that you really have to worry about.
Yeah, you know what? One of the things about this game that is super exciting is you can play together, you can go on your own, or you can use the strategies that we've talked about. It really matters with the builds at the end of the game to be able to what I call skywalk. All right. You got to get up higher than everybody else, just like Cardi B said, WAP, weapons and positioning. She's a great first-person shooter player. Anyways, but seriously, getting up higher than everybody else, and at the end, having the mats to be able to literally skywalk, create bridges across the top of the map, and be shooting down on the competition. If you are higher up, you have a much easier way to get that kill. And these players need to recognize that. They need to get those mats early. They need to set up their items well. I see a lot of players week to week, as I cast this sometimes twice a week, Fortnite. A lot of players will forget about their weapons and worry about their mats, and they'll get towards the end of it, and they won't have the weapons that really make a difference. You need that legendary. You need that, anything that glistens in the sun, pick it up.
Yeah, what's the old phrase? All that glistens ain't gold. That is not the case within the great game of Fortnite, right? If it's glowing, especially if it's a wonky color, generally it's going to go forth and provide value. Obviously, that is not the basis with which these experienced players are going to go forth and choose their loadouts, right? They're going to have plenty of experience within this game. They're going to know, but. For anybody more unfamiliar to this, as we're kind of figuring out a couple lobby issues behind the scenes, right? I want to talk a little bit about exactly what to expect when it comes to that hardware. When it comes to that loadout. Generally, you're going to have at least one of these slots reserved for some kind of movement ability. Sometimes you even have 2 of those. 1 or 2 healing items as well. If you can get one of these jugs that does go forth and not only heals shields, but heals and has the AoE, has that area of effect that can help out your teammates as well. Frequently, you'll see teams fall all the way back, build up 4 walls all the way around them, and then just sit there, shake that thing around, all the way around, and within about 3 or 4 seconds, your team's going to be in a much better position than they were when they did go forth, put up those walls, and make good neighbors. Isn't that what they say? I always thought that was a little bit of
build a humble abode. Build a humble abode and share the shield with everyone there. That's what it's all about. Fortnite, this is what you need. You need some sort of a mid to long range weapon. You need a close quarters combat weapon, which is always going to be some form of a shotgun, whichever you prefer, kids. It's up to you. And then you're going to need your heals and something that allows you to move around the map. Now, in competitive Fortnite, they take a lot of those movement things away from you. They don't allow you to have the fun things like the gloves that you pound on the ground and next thing you know, you're in the air waving your hands like you just don't care. They take that stuff away from you. So really, what you need to do is find those jump pads, grab those, grab a shotgun, grab a mid-range to a long-range weapon, whatever you're comfortable with, and whatever your strat is, and get it done. And get all of those mats, and make sure that you have all of the mats for the end circle. When you get down to those last 10 people, you are going to need your mats, and there is nothing worse than running out of that steel or that brick, because wood, as we learned from the Three Little Pigs, oh, they're gonna blow your house down.
They'll do it with a lot more than just breath as well. Yeah, we can talk kind of about the shifting in priorities when it comes to hardware as the circle gets smaller, right? You mentioned longer range weapons, right? I did as well when you're talking about that Overwatch kind of position, providing lookouts. But as you get closer on, the only thing you're really going to use any kind of sniper rifle for is maybe as you're repositioning, moving quickly, don't want to use up a shot out of your shotgun, and then just use it against walls. Other than that, is basically worthless once you get to like a little bit closer, right? So that'll have to be a conversation that these teams have with each other as they go into these ones, right? Whether that's picked up from felled enemies or that's picked up from treasure chests or other randomly spawning as this circle does close. Once we get to zone wars, then that'll definitely be a conversation to be had. Let's go ahead and try and hop on into this one again. See if this one works this time. But we'll have to monitor how that constant change in kind of this team's strategy and where they put their focus goes forth and really influences how the benefit to which these teams can benefit or detriment, I guess, right? They can take these teams towards the end of these rounds.
Well, it really depends on the team and how they play. And you know what? I love the 2 a.m. I've been seeing that a lot. Is that a meme that I don't get? Is that 6-7? I get 6-7. I understand that, okay? But the 2 a.m. I'm seeing a lot in front of names recently, and I'm wondering if that's a crew I need to be part of, because I'm up at 2 a.m. What's up, man? You want a game? Let's go.
I'm gonna take a wild guess and say that's maybe a local high school thing or just one of those things. One of those things younger folks, high school students, go with that I don't understand, and that's cool. That's cool. 2 a.m. is a fantastic time of the night. Personally, I think most gamers can agree with this. 2 a.m. ain't exactly late. But,
no, it's not late. It's kind of early. I mean, that's the time to wake up and break forth the rhythm and the rhyme and get down to a little bit of Fortnite crime.
There you go. Late night grinds. A lot more here. As long as it's over the summer weekends, right, kids? Gonna be the ideal for many of these players.
Do your homework is what he's saying.
Yeah, no, hey, it's fair. It's fair. Do as I say, not as I do. Isn't that the phrase there, Logan?
It is, and you know what? For two people who have beautiful mustaches, grow a mustache, all right, kids? You'll earn respect.
Absolutely. Box fight first. Gunfight after that. Zone Wars will be third. That'll be the format that we've become a little bit more used to here within the IEN Esports Network, Logan.
What is your favorite gameplay scenario out of all those three?
Definitely Zone Wars.
Zone Wars.
Sure, part of this has been the love that has been developed over an entire series last year, or entire season last year, excuse me. Box fight's cool and allows for. I mean, you're watching it right now, right? You literally have an entire sandbox with which to go forth and work, right? Unlimited mats, like the ammo's not really going to be an issue either. I mean, the creativity, at least within box fight, is limitless, right? Everybody obviously utilizing the vertical advantage. I get up right here. Obviously, it's not too much. Only 2 units up from the ground here will be utilized, but this just looks like a build-off as of right now.
Yeah, right now they're all building summer homes and living in there. Wow. Look, remember, you can't edit unless you touch the other map, so or the other materials that they've already put up. So you just got to fight through it.
Really do, and that's a couple of downs already. Batman clicks, felled, not Jack. Next on the chopping block, Zacky Wacky, which I'm assuming this is how you're supposed to pronounce that one. Finds another elimination all the way through. We got a mad dash for this next one. Caught out, bad position, gives him what for? 110 right there, and we're going to be looking at Fairfield taking round number 1.
That's how you get it done. Fairfield with a victory. IEN. Loving it right now. Dude, that was quick, easy, and painless. It's close quarters combat with this box fight. And, dude, first to battle and first to build are going to be the best in the best position to win.
Yeah, 3 minutes and 20 seconds what it says up top. We're not going to worry about that one. This is already off, and really what this is like that, it's like that cat kneading, right? Making biscuits, just pushing a little bit, giving a little bit here, seeing where they can get just a little bit of advantage, maybe a word in edgewise, Logan, to go forth. We're on board with Felix the Goat, and right now they're trying to push out to this right corner. I mean, you can go forth and build into a flank right here, man. Like that's not a bad strategy by any means.
No, everybody's kind of sitting back on the laurels right now and just trying to take them down shot by shot. No one's really pushing. They're not doing their best salt and pepper impression right now, pushing it real good. They're sitting back and waiting for something to happen. It worked for them the first round, so you know what? You have to ask, why change up the strat if it worked?
Yeah, there was a little bit of that feeling out time earlier, but yeah, not Jack putting themselves in a terrible position. This is Alexandria Monroe now that has given up a lot here early. Blink when a dude.
Love
down
it.
To 75. They'll have the rest of that up.
Probably
and a
wasn't
shields,
alive,
but
by the way. I want to point out when Blink-182 came out with their first album.
91, I believe, was Cheshire.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Well, the name of some of those albums can't. Yeah, never mind. We're not going to talk about the names of some of those albums, right? Move it on along into this one. Blink-182, not Jack, both felled. This is a squad here from Fairfield that's trying to find their way in edgewise.
Yeah, this Box Wars is very, very boxy, isn't it? It's like a Volvo. Sorry, I thought that was a good joke. I apologize.
No, I get it. The old school Volvos, I get it. Looking at some stats over here on the right. Felix downed. Believe that's going to go the way of Fairfield on the second one. Pure Batman clicks. Yeah, so that's going to go the way of Fairfield again. So Fairfield up 2-0 on these rounds. Once again, folks, especially in case you're just joining us, we're going to be looking at a full 5 rounds here, regardless of who actually wins within the majority, right? 3 out of 5.
Right. I mean, these competitions are very quick. You're in a very confined area. This is close quarters combat. You're not running away like a bad Monty Python skit. You got to face your fears here and get into the mix. And we haven't seen anybody flank. We haven't really seen anybody push. We're just seeing everybody stand by the wayside and take the attack through the walls, which, I mean, I get it, but I don't know. Be aggressive. Be aggressive.
I'm agreeing with you. This is the equivalent of the old school, like, English army, right? Lining up, loading muskets, finding what they can, and just falling where they can, right?
Are they going to call tea time?
Here's a little bit aggressive now. No tea time here, Logan. Batman clicks, hits the ground, thinks they have a great way in. Takes a lot of flack from the back and barely gets out with their lives. Polo tweaking, taken down throughout the thick of things. Sindri on the other side is not Jack, just trying to find a shotgun blast. That's a big one. Edit in. That's another great edit. Not Jack just realized this juice is not worth the squeeze.
Yeah, that was a great edit. Way to open up a window. Oh, but Fear Batman has gone down. Felix Go throwing down some love on Porterbot, not Peterbot. No, it's Porterbot. Getting a little bit of death right there. Handed out.
This is a great move here for Alexandria Monroe. Batman clicks, felled, not Jack, no longer in this match. Zacky Wacky. Going to be one of the last players on this squad. Felix up here for Alexandria Monroe as well. 17-18 health. Zacky Wacky gets rather aggressive. That's a full 200 versus like a 17 on the other side. And nice job. That one comes down to a 1 versus 1, Logan. Fairfield comes out with it yet again. Rounds 1, 2, and 3 going the way of Fairfield.
Fairfield has to love where they are right now. They are definitely controlling these maps. They're getting it done. They know what they need to do. There were some fantastic window edits there. Open a window, throw a shotgun through it, and close that window. It's just amazing to see how these competitors have the ability to be able to put these things up and make those edits so quickly. Look, I can't play builds. I'm an adult. When I want to build something, I call a contractor, all right?
No 90s being cranked in Logan's household. At least not by Logan, right? Blink-182, dude. They had a great support from their teammates right here, but I think the attention went a little bit more towards into just laying lead down range here and not so much in the edit. So they realized that Blink-182 takes a lot of damage right there. They're going to have a little bit of heals in the backside if they need it, but that man clicks here for Alexander Monroe. He takes a splash of damage down bottom. I have to wonder, like, how many flanks have we seen down bottom that have been successful so far? So, I mean, we've been talking about flanks so far, but they've just been sniffed out every single time, Logan.
Yeah, they have. You know what? The flank attack hasn't actually worked. The pincer movement may be the next one that they need to go to. Yeah, for real, flank on both sides and see how that works out for you. Look, these builds are absolutely amazing. These kids are putting up hotels inside of a 1v1 arena right there. It's kind of crazy.
It really is. Porter trying to find their way in edgewise. Felix on the backside. They finally saw a couple of pixels and realized a player was back there. Wall up, they'll have to go through it. Take it corner-wise and mantle over as we switch positions. Zacky Wacky, the other side of this 1v1. Zacky Wacky and Porter there early. Blink-182 takes a lot of damage, and now they have a teammate there as well. Hey, a great job, Blink-182 singing this one well to get out of the source of danger. If they get away from this one, this will be one of the better saves we've seen so far.
Yeah, I just have a question for you. What's their name again?
Hit me. Blink-182 dude?
Yeah, thank you.
Is that what I said?
Yeah, no, you'll get that. Trust me, you'll get that. What's my name? What's my age again?
Oh my.
And there we go.
That's funny. I was like reading the name. I was like, "Yep, that's how you say it, Logan."
No, it is. It absolutely is. I was having a little bit of fun there. Oh man.
So Felix the Goat, Porter bot down. I think we'll get confirmed on the backside. We were having fun while that one was ending. I think Alexander Monroe actually took down that last round. I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, sorry, I was having too much fun there with nameplay.
I was blank. My mind completely blank. I was like, wait, what? I was in casting mode, not Blink-182 mode.
I know. I'm sorry. I brought you out of it. It's my fault. Bad caster.
No, that was good. That was good. Okay, no. So we got confirmed. Fairfield took the most recent one as well. We'll be looking at this one now, which should be the 5th if I can count right, which is a huge granted, right? I literally just messed it up about 3 minutes ago.
Oh, that's okay. Now, I want to point out right here, I have casted Fortnite in team play a lot, and I love it when the teams decide to use the same skin. How do you feel about that, Strat?
It makes sense. Plus, this allows these players, obviously, to take the abbreviated names on the top, right? So you don't have so much blocking. You need to see your teammates' shields and heals as best you can, right? But minimizing that information and just leaving it to the skin, that makes a whole lot of, because that information can be taken a lot quicker than having to read a name and whatnot. And again, beyond what information having those nameplates up blocks, right? So.
Yeah, I've always felt like it's a good strat, as we see Zacky Wacky, my favorite new candy for the holiday season. Zacky Wacky. Seriously, can I trademark that? Just fighting through it. Border bot right now. So the other team has not decided to use the same skins. Do you think it actually singles you out?
Other players will be able to know that, oh, that's XYZ, oh, that's Batman Clicks, oh, that's Felix the Goat. I almost look at it like jerseys, right? We'll slow down in the action right now. Sindri has actually got a great line. If they know that all 4 players are here, obviously no real grenades to be spoken of. If they can take down this wall, they can really bring down the house here in the best way possible, get under them and find something. Here it comes. That's corners, though. They do have steps and get away from it. This might have been, oh man, we saw this unfolding. That might not have been the best utilization of that plan.
No, it definitely wasn't. They got there. They didn't know what to do.
Been there before.
Yeah, it all happens. Blink-182 dude with a little bit of shotgun to the face, neck, chest, and breast area. They are down.
Yep, so that's going to be all 5 of them here for Fairfield. 4-1. Alexandria and Monroe, of course, is 5-0 on the season coming up to this point. Look at that, man. Oh, gotta love the...
Hey, dude, you gotta love it,
gotta
right?
love it. Krusty just over on the side, just having fun. Like,
question for you, Tugboat. Where in the world, Carmen Sandiego, is Springfield found? What state do you believe it is?
It's in. I thought it was. I thought it was Indiana, right?
It's gotta be Indiana, baby.
Yeah, it's gotta be Indiana. It's been argued about. But geographically and within the many facets of the show, I think you can pin it down pretty easily there to that Midwestern state, Indiana. Gunfight coming up here next. 5 rounds again. They'll be playing all 5 of them, regardless of who wins. If somebody wins the first 3, doesn't matter. We'll still be playing the full rounds and taking the total numbers out of those 15 rounds to determine the winner. Regardless, even if so what? Fairfield just took 5 down. Even if they take the first 3 in gunfight, obviously math numbers. 8-7 would be the majority.
I'm sorry,
there.
6-7?
Doesn't matter. Oh, Jesus.
I had to. Sorry.
Regardless, they'll be playing all 15 rounds here. This is kind of right in line, in my opinion, with kind of what Landfest here in IHSEN has as their main prerogative, which is providing exciting and regular competitions for these players all the way through. Also, if you're watching this and you're wondering and you're worrying, oh my goodness, my Alexandria Monroe squad, they're 5-0 coming into this week, right? They dropped this one. What's that going to matter? What is that going to do? They're a postseason. Tarry not, dear viewer. Tarry not. All teams within the IHSEN are going to be making into the postseason. Their regular season placement, though, will determine their seeding. So, if we can use the past to predict the future here for IHSEN, right? You still want to do fantastic. You don't want to just coast into the postseason, right, Logan? Because not frequently, if you come in towards the bottom half, right, towards that 15, 16 seed, something like this, you're going to have a bad time in that first round because you're going to be playing against that number 1 or number 2 seed, something like that. Obviously, none of these two teams really have to worry about 15th or 16th seed by any means, though.
No, and it's great to see that everybody will be moving forward as long as they put their heart into it and get it done. I think a lot of these teams are learning how to play together, which is, it's difficult, right? Being part of a team in any iteration, whether it be esports or sports, there's a certain amount of learning that you have to be able to accomplish within that teamwork to be able to make that dream work, forgive the term, but that's the way it goes down. And I think these competitors are going to find their way in the world today, and it'll take everything you got, just like you said, and kind of come together here. I really like to see Alexandria and Monroe find their way in gunfight. Hey, box fight may not have been their deal, right? Mm-hmm. Maybe gunfight is. How do you feel about gunfight? It's one of my favorite ways to play any sort of game. I love the fact that you start with one gun and you keep working up. I think that's a lot of fun, and I think it'll be interesting because you don't get to pick your loadout. You got to go with what they give you.
So for those randomly selected loadout formats, I think it is a test of more well-rounded Fortnite players, right? It is, you have a player, they played a few hundred hours of Fortnite, they have plenty of skill, they can crank 90s, they have their edits down. Well, you give them a primo loadout, right? Like stuff that they've been used to using all the way through, right? Some sort of medium range assault rifle, maybe a longer range DMR or sniper, something like that. And of course, as you mentioned, the shotgun up close and personal, as well as, primo heals, primo movement ability, right? Yeah. Or primo movement item, right? Then they're going to go forth and they're going to have a good time. But if you go forth here and you give them that random set loadout, then this is really a test of how much true Fortnite, like the Battle Royale, where you got to go around and use non-ideal hardware all the time. How much of that have you really done? I think that's the question that's going to be answered here.
Yeah, this is a question of how good are you really at what it takes to be good at Fortnite. I think I always say this. I think the handguns are overlooked in this game. I think the handguns can be very effective. Let's see if, given a handgun, these players can utilize that and make it work for them. Look, when you grab loadouts, I've seen people drop golden guns, legendary weapons, right? Because they just don't like that weapon. Well, you're not given that opportunity in gunfight. You got to use what is given to you, and you got to use it to the best of your ability. So we are going to see how good these players truly are.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Just as a, I believe that was 5-0 Fairfield. We will have this. We will have this confirmed behind the scenes by the folks.
I think it was 5-1 or 4-1.
Okay, so maybe a single round taken down by Alexandria Monroe.
What I'm seeing on the top of my screen, as everybody at home is looking, look in the top left-hand corner of your screen if you're trying to keep up with us at home. We appreciate you being here.
That is the overall record. 4-1 is what Fairfield has taken the regular season across. Alexandria Monroe 5-0 across the regular season here. So
well, they've been doing quite well.
Yes, I mean, I'm really, really glad to have gotten the opportunity to paint the picture that is these two teams, right? This is two heavy hitters within, within all esports, but specifically within Fortnite here with the IHSEN. Really glad to be able to showcase exactly what it is that they can do. We got to order that moderate range. Coming on out here from here, moving on in with Blink 180 Dude.
And it is 5-0 going to Fairfield, by the way. Sorry about that, folks. This is my first night doing Fortnite is what I was trying to say right there with the IEN, so I'm not used to looking up and seeing what that is. But obviously Fairfield is 4-1 overall, and they are 5-0 today. So what do you say? You think they're going to keep this winning ways?
There are no builds here, right? You have to operate behind the walls that are already placed up here, and will change as well. Not just in aesthetics, not just in color either. This is really like playing these corners is really going to be the name of the game, not Jack. They even saw Sindri and then just completely paid attention to another one. So a lot more strategies coming out from this one. Sindri, it's played on the corner there as they pushed up, tried to get aggressive. I mean, hey, not against being aggressive. You just got to communicate with your team when you are doing that. Jump shots and more. Blink 180 Dude gonna knock them down. So that is gonna be Zacky Wacky Porterbot teammate. That's Fairfield dropping in round number 1 of the gunfight rounds.
Zacky Wacky came around the corner, and the corner, well, that was a kill right there. I like this, all of these non-build areas. I think this really shows off your aim and how you work as a team, more so than how you build. Because we've all been in there in Fortnite where somebody's put up a hotel in front of us, and you're just like, bro, really? Now here, it's all about the gunfight. Literally, it's in the name.
Right, literally, yeah. No shields, no heals, no. Well, you have, obviously, the shields you bring in with you, but everything else is just all the way down. You, hardware in hand. A little bit of a slowed down pace here now. Fairfield was marked by their aggressive pushes and utilization even of quick time sometimes there early, but especially after losing in round number 1, looks like they're kind of opting to just let this, let this Alexandria Monroe squad come to them.
I mean, I kind of get that at this point, right?
Aggro. I mean, especially if you can section out players like that and just run up, push the heck out of them and take them down. Well, Felix is not going to be in the rest of this one. Polo, not Jack, both taken down. That's a Fairfield player and an Alexandria Monroe player. We're getting down to whittling down the numbers here.
Oh, yeah, the numbers are dwindling quickly, and people are down and out for the count. Let's see if Blink 180 Dude can get it done for their team.
Yeah, this is a 3v1, though. We're going to know how that generally is gonna go here. So, hey, Alexandria Monroe took down the first round. Fairfield struck back in a fashion that we got more accustomed with across those 5 box fight rounds. See how the rest of this one goes, because something tells me it's gonna all the way down the wire here, Logan.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think Alexandria Monroe is not ready to give up quite yet. They've got the stick-to-itiveness. They know, hey, gunfight may be their fight to win.
We'll see how it goes here with the hand cannon now. Obviously not, real slow rate of fire here. As Not Jack seems to have already been taken one down. We're looking at like 1 headshot, 2 body shots from these. Otherwise, you're probably gonna be able to take down a full 40 or a full 4 shots. Excuse me. Nice headshot, Zacky Wacky. We'll see you back in the respawn area.
Yo, that was dope. Yeah, man, right across the map with a handgun to the face. That'll put you down. That's going to give you a headache. Maybe take 2 Advil and call me in the morning.
There you go, Dr. Summit is in session. Dr. Summit? Judge
sure.
Summit? I don't know. Zacky, Wacky, Polo, and Porter taken down right here. Alexandria strings together another one.
And that was a quick one as well. Alexandria may be finding their rhythm right now.
Yeah. Might have had that interrupted the middle regardless, but a lot of times you see one team taking round 1, the other team taking round 2, and then back to round 3 for the first team. You think, oh well, there's advantage from one side. There's no advantage here whatsoever, right? You have same exact balls across the middle, same exact amount of players, same exact hardware in hand, right? Now you have to go forth, make this thing sing. We're gonna have to get a lot more close and personal for these to really have an effect, though.
Well, definitely, if you're just gonna be holding down a shotgun, you're gonna have to get up there. Blink 180 dude, trying to find their way. There we go. Now we got some violence happening. In game, of course. We got 1 player down, 1 player out. Not Jackson getting a kill.
That's a lot right here. You got to back up your teammates when they're going forth. I mean, especially when you're talking about shotguns and just these angles, you have to back up your teammates as soon as they get aggressive. And Porter, not going to be long for this one as well. Zacky, last player here, gets absolutely swarmed. Tries for the slides, jumps, and moors. Sections out 1. That's a fantastic shot, but a 2v1 proves to be just a little bit too much. Rounds 1, 3, and 4 going the way of Alexandria Monroe.
Yeah, Alexandria Monroe has turned the table, so to speak, right now. They're finding their way, and they're making it work for themselves. Look, 1v3 is never going to work out for you, just so you know.
that was no reason to give up, right? But
no.
that was a fantastic way to start it.
I mean, down one player, so, hey, I consider that a win or a victory for them.
Well, we're up to the legendary hand cannon now, single shot. 3 of these will take down a player unless you're able to hit one in the head. Blink 180, dude. Super, super low. The good thing about these, oh my goodness, what tracking coming out from Zacky Wacky.
Whoa, and again, another headshot. Oh, you just saw us algebra.
Fantastic stuff. Player like this on the squad, Fairfield, making a great case for themselves here in round number 5, the final round here for Gunfight.
Oh man, Not Jack down and out for the count.
Movement's really going to be the defining factor on the day here, because anybody can hit shots, but can you avoid them? That's really the question. I think there's a whole movie or trio of movies made about avoiding bullets back in the 2000s, right?
Yeah, there actually was. You are not wrong, my friend, but avoiding bullets is the name of the game, and Paulos gets the kill right there. That was so close, too close to count. I mean, if they stubbed their toe, they would have been down, but they were able to get the kill. Oh, this is exciting stuff.
I think that was Batman that fell on the last, so I think that was Fairfield that was able to meld a 3v2 back to an advantage after a couple of fantastic headshots play, man. Nicely done. Nicely done. Yeah, so this one's going to end in a 3-2, so a much, much more even-handed Fortnite quintuple rounds quintet of rounds, excuse me, here than it was in box fight. Just to recount, in case you're just joining us, all 5 of those did go the way of Fairfield in the first series of rounds in the box fight format, and then gunfight going a lot more close. I'll read this out for you. Round 1, Alexandria Monroe. Round 2, Fairfield. Alexandria Monroe takes down rounds 3 and 4. Fairfield caps off gunfight with a W. So 3-2 right there, a mild victory for Alexandria Monroe, but hey, I'd love to see this Zone Wars come in and be like an entire 5-0 for Fairfield, so this goes all the way down to that 8-7 line that we were talking about, right?
Yeah, that would be exciting. I mean, that's the way you create drama. If we had a producer and this was fake and not real, they'd be like, all right, guys, girls, theys and thems, it's time for you to create drama. Sorry, I saw the Running Man, the new Running Man the other day. Not the 1987 one, but the new one. And I feel like, actually, it was good. It was worth a watch. Glenn Powell, by the way, where did he come from? Because he is just taking over everything right now. Whether it be Chad Powers or the Running Man, he seems to be in everything. Chad Powers is fun, right?
I'm having a backlog of TV shows right now. I will say they've been advertising that show like absolutely crazy. To be fair, they haven't pinned on the algorithm because it's sports season, really, right?
Right.
And especially
it's
football
sports ball
season. So every single time I open that thing up, it is Chad like they autoplay the ad on me. I'll get to it. I swear. I promise I'll get to it eventually here. Streaming services. No need to shove that down my throat. But yeah. So if you're of age, of course, check out those movies that Logan Summit was talking about. Moving on into Zone Wars here. Anybody who's familiar with us from last season will be very familiar with this format.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Zone Wars is a lot of fun. This is the way to end it. I'm glad that this is the third map, if you will, that we're going to watch today. I love Zone Wars, but the question to you is Fairfield or Alexandria Monroe? Who do you think?
That's the question. That's the question. I already answered it. I want a 5-0 here for Alexandria Monroe, so we have about as even-handed a competition as we can get. If we do get that even-handed competition, it'll be in part thanks to a fantastic organization named LandFest. Yes, this broadcast is part of LandFest's Scholastic Esports program. How about I bring this over here so I'm not looking off the screen so bad? A program that supports this league and many others. Since launching, LandFest has delivered over 300 broadcasts to Scholastic leagues in the states of Washington and Indiana. Now, we provide these broadcasts free of charge to the league, schools, and teams that we cover. Generous donations make this possible, of course. Every $200 raised covers the operating costs for one of these regular season broadcasts. So, if you so choose and you appreciate our work, you can scan that QR code on the screen, donate a little something today. Big shout out to LandFest and all these other organizations that make competitions just like this one possible. There's some individuals as well, Logan Summit, make broadcasts like this one possible. Those individuals are named Connie and Taylor here on the day. Yes, making our jobs as casters, right? The forward-facing job, making our jobs that much easier, and we do very, very much appreciate that. Hire them. Connie, Taylor, both fantastic folks.
Couldn't do it without them, Tugboat. Couldn't do it without them.
Oh, yeah.
Could not do it without
quite
them.
Literally. We'd literally just be screaming about Fortnite in our rooms without our production staff.
Wouldn't that be crazy if we were just screaming in our rooms about Fortnite and like a match broke out? Well, here we are.
That'd be cool. Just like the monkey typewriter theory, right? If I just sit in my room for long enough, will eventually a Fortnite match break out in front of me that I can broadcast without a production staff? The answer is possibly, right? If you believe in the theorem, the answer is definitely, it's very, very, very unlikely without absolutely go to production staff. How about that?
Also, I think you made a Simpsons reference without actually realizing it. I do believe Homer. They had the monkey typewriter, and they believed that it would, at some point, write the great American novel. It did not. Just so you know.
It did not. Yes. Or hey, maybe we just haven't given them enough time. Logan, Zone Wars starting off here in just a little bit. For anybody unfamiliar, this will be a little bit more reminiscent of kind of your classic Fortnite, but more so like the end game. It'll be a little bit of an abbreviated zone. This will start about like the 4th or 5th zone. Like if you played Fortnite, you're familiar with the size of the circles. This will be about like the 4th zone something like that. But all of these teams, all members of these teams, both teams will be able to pick their loadout going into this one, right? They'll also start completely symmetrical, fair, even format, and then it'll get smaller and smaller, kind of cone-centric towards the middle, and then it'll take the classic Fortnite randomosity as far as where the last circle is going. Expect to see a little bit of flack in earlier rounds, maybe like a little bit more of like a feeling out period. As these rounds go on, a lot more hard and heavy fights like across the middle of these, especially as one team goes forth and takes a couple L's, right? Also expect to see this zone actually coming all the way in and the heal-off battles going in there. So that'll really affect and benefit teams that do not use their heals or early, especially the splashing heals.
So basically, this is going to be more of a traditional Fortnite battle that we're used to seeing. And it's going to be rushed a little bit because we've only got 2 teams going against each other. So we've got to push that storm. And, all right, now we've got synchronized dancing. You got to love this.
You got it all. Fortnite truly does.
One direction has changed to 2 directions.
Is the other squad practicing synchronized dancing? No. How will this affect LeBron's legacy, right? No, but how will this affect their coordination coming into this next round? You know, you got one player staring off from the corner. You got one player kind of standing on a railing and you're not really respecting physics or anything. You got another player just staring off and wondering, hey, could that be us? Could that be us? To get on into this one, we have obviously changed the map that these players are playing on a little bit. They will have a little bit of builds coming off here and early, but yes, they're pick of the litter as far as loot.
Yeah, the loot looks really good. I mean, we didn't see any blues. They went straight to purples. So here we are. They're living large and in charge like Charles and/or Marge. Let's find out if Blink a 180 dude can get it done. And let's see who's going to be victorious.
Not Jack. If vertical positioning is any indicator, well, they cut off and they got high really fast. And
they got high quickly.
That vertical advantage. They're going to be able to take that vertical advantage. And who'd have guessed it? Sniper rifle in hand. That is exactly what Logan and I were talking about, right? We're talking about just the simple advantage that playing any first-person shooter will give you from shooting on high as well as information. Well, looks like Not Jack wasn't the only person with that plan.
Yeah, apparently somebody else was up top and giving him a little bit of guff, like my grandmama would say. Sindri right now trying to build in and trying to find an abode. Zacky Wacky up on the top of the shelf looking down. That storm, like we talked about, is already crushing in. It's going to get this to close quarters combat earlier than most general maps because this is going to be a quick battle.
Yeah, so the idea of these is just that well, first and foremost, that you cannot coach early round Fortnite like loadouts and stuff like that. So you can't say, oh well, 12.5% of the time there will be this epic or better rifle that you really want to use in this position. So this is an attempt to try and remove a lot of the randomosity that comes from this one and give, I don't know, a format a little bit more authenticity. I like it. So Blink-182 dropping early and absolutely collapsing on in here. Zacky Wacky, Polo, Porter, all of them searching for damage, eliminations, and more. Wow. The walls shall fall. And a lot more players on the other side follow suit. On board now with Felix the Goat. Is this the last Alexandria Monroe player? No. Not Jack is there as well, but they're getting a little bit here, 2-4.
Yeah, they have dwindled down to the last 2 competitors. Let's see if they can keep it going here. Hey, I'll take 2 over 1 right now. I'll be honest with you, Fortnite is much better played in a teamwork, making that dream work, like I keep quoting. And wow, out of the sky. They had their hands waving high, and they just fell down to the ground. Zacky Wacky with the final kill.
Yeah, final elimination there, Logan, from Zacky Wacky, Fairfield. Putting together a fantastic first round here. I got to say, I also like the fact that they did not dedicate, like it's not like all 4 of them went high. It's not like all 4 of them went down low and got aggressive super early. They played this they had a game plan that shifted and changed based on what was happening, right? It was that proactive, not just reactive. They were not playing Alexandria Monroe's game. They were playing their own game and forced Alexandria Monroe to mold it to it.
And you have to be proactive, because if you're not, you're going to find yourself getting killed. Look, with 4 players, send 2 upstairs, 2 downstairs, get crazy, have some fun, but don't wait in the lurches for everybody to come find you. You need to be a little bit aggressive in this maneuvering, because we are so close in this combat. You do not want to wait for them to garner up a strat and come find you with it. You need to attack them first, early, and often.
I like that. I like that. Every game plan, everyone has a game plan until they get punched in the mouth, something like that.
Mike Tyson said that, yes.
Absolutely. He looks the GOAT. He's going to be in really, really good positioning here. This is good trigger discipline as well. Not opting not to actually act and give away their position until the teammates are in. Comms come through. You can see their other teammates on the top side. One up there, other 2 down low. You hit them high, and I'll hit them low.
Yeah, I like what's going on up there. Although I
did not know we had cars in this one. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't think there was going to be cars, and here we are. We're driving now. This is a little bit of F1. Which F1 is coming to Viva Las Vegas?
It is coming back, right? That's a quick elimination out of the car. Felix going to feel the flames from opting to get in that one. I mean, that thing gets low. You got to hop out immediately, even if you have to use some sort of ability or item to reposition, not take any kind of damage from the momentum.
How are you going to die in the car, right Tugboat? How are you going to die in the car? Don't keep the windows rolled up, okay?
I hear you. Jack.
Man, that was sad. And I bet you they think the same thing. Wow, I really shouldn't have used that.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Well, sometimes we are our own greatest critics, right? On board, not Jack as of right now. Quarter bot gonna be able to get a little bit of heals in the back here. Zaki Wacky has been felled, so Fairfield is down a couple heavy hitters.
Blink-182 dude doing some really good work with that movement. They were very close to being killed there. Just from fall damage.
Yeah,
all right, Sindri getting up.
They're going to be able to get this off?
I don't think
so. Is so low. They
do.
They
got it.
Heals and more definitely going to be in their near future. Moving on along here to a little bit more action.
All right. A Blink-182 dude doing what I talked about earlier, that skywalking ability. Let's see if they are able to take it down, and they do. There you go. They got the kill. You got to stay up high. You got to use your mats. You got to walk across that sky and throw down all you've got.
See how this continues on. Blink-182 dude, nice repositioning here. Let's go to the top. That's Polo tweaking. 20 is not a big hit for first, and they know it. Blink-182 dude quickly ends that 1 versus 1.
And Blink-182 dude is showing up and showing out and showing the competition. They are not one to be mucked about. Oh,
that just goes all the way down to the. That goes all the way down to zone damage.
Yeah.
Quarterbot gonna be felled on the outside, so Fairfield drops this one. Alexandria Monroe, fantastic job. I'm thinking maybe they thought that one of their teammates fell down out there and they had heals and they'd be able to stay up a little bit longer. I'm not 100% sure, Logan.
There was also a shotgun shot that came through. Not sure exactly where. I feel like it did. I heard it. Whether it happened or not, I don't know. I'm old. These things happen. But I'm pretty sure that there was a shotgun shot involved in that. But you cannot hang out in the storm. You can't just hang out there. Like, it's not a shower, dude.
Storm is undefeated. That is
yeah,
true.
The storm always wins, right?
Storm always wins. This is true. A tied up game here. Round number 1 going the way of Fairfield. Round number 2, Alexandria Monroe. I'm wondering if they're going to change up the hardware selection to something that's like a little bit more longer range, because it kind of seems like one of these teams has an advantage when they take like those longer range gunfights early, and the other one definitely has one with the later stuff up close and personal.
Yeah, right now don't use that right now, Sindri. You're all good. They need to get up on top of these buildings. Everybody staying down low is doing themselves a disservice right now.
I do kind of understand what Batman Clicks is doing right there. They're trying to like completely cover this bottom lane, so if there is a big reposition from one of these teams to one of these freestanding instructions, like to one of these buildings, right, then they'll be able to call it out to this team and then collapse down upon it. Outside of that, I'm not 100% sure what the idea is down there, at least doing this early. Longer range capabilities here for Not Jack as well. Big capabilities as well, right? That big longer range sniper. Zacky Wacky on this side. They catch a couple of pixels of this build and then take a look. There's the spray.
Oh, come on, push him while he's healing! Push him while he's healing!
Not Jack hit a corner right there. I think that's what they were looking for, right? To try and get the chip damage in early and then push with the shotgun.
Yeah. No, I understand what they were doing. I just get frustrated. Sorry.
Makes sense.
I care.
Yeah, we want excellence in all of these competitions. That is 1, 2, Felix Goat, Not Jack down. Both of Alexandria Monroe's heavy hitters here gonna be eliminated early. Zacky Wacky finding a lot, and even with shots, I think the storm might have ultimately been the deciding factor of these on that one. 3 of these 5 rounds here was in Zone Wars finished.
How are you gonna get caught in the storm? I just come on. Oh, I'm feeling for you right now. You got to get there first. And that's one of the things about when I play Fortnite. When we get down to the final circle, if you will, and basically that's where we're starting from, I want to get higher up than everybody else. I want to be first to the new area so that no one can come up from behind me. I know where I am and everybody around me, and throw down all of the damage that I can possibly do. And I'm not actually seeing anybody be first to battle.
So you want more of that, the old British Army lining up across the bottom. Volley, sir! Reload! Yeah, I get
I want him up top doing that. But yes, that's basically what I want. And here we go. We're a little bit of that verticality does not hurt. And that is one of the great things about Fortnite, is being able to get up top with that. He's got that 50 cal shotgun sniper rifle in his hand. It might as well use it.
Very true. Very true. Felix Goat finagles a little bit of damage here early with that shotgun. Moving on along here, Not Jack on the prowl. Get back with Polo's tweaking and see exactly how this action is going. That is a bad reposition there for Polo's tweaking. Yeah, and they realize that drop down, get back, and build up with their back onto this zone. They're going to try and get the heals out there. So they have gotten with the team. They have gotten a little bit of heals right here, but Porterbot now trying to work out his teammates work up. Sindri, Felix the Goat, in a back and forth. Sindri going to lose that one. Trying to finish this one up. Felix the Goat is, but Sindri's actually going to get back with the rest of their team, Logan.
Oh, wow. I figured that the Storm was going to be able to take them out. But speaking of taking them out, we've got some kills on the map right there. Getting it done. Blink-182 dude is looking good in the hood. And Mr. Rogers is like, bro, why are you tearing up my neighborhood right now?
That was a peaceful place when Mr. Rogers is there. Sindri, that's the last couple of damage. Yeah, chip damage right there, and you cannot stand that one. Had the shield, does not have the heals for that one. Sindri down, will be out of this round. Number 4, Polo's tweaking. On board with them. Any ammo, any heals, any reposition. Is Blink-182 actually the last player on?
Well, not for long. Not the last player, because they just downed.
Yeah. So Felix the Goat, I think, is now going to be the last player here. It's a little bit of that shotgun blast, and that's a little bit more. Might have to work him down, death by 1,000 cuts.
Yeah, they capped the stairwell for them, and they brought in everybody else from the bottom level. There was no place to go.
Yeah, once they'd found where this player was at, it was just going to be difficult to get out and away from that one. Rounds 1, 3, and 4 going the way of Fairfield. Alexandria Monroe has taken down round number 2. I believe they'll be playing round number 5, unless I missed one here, Logan.
Yeah, well, I don't think you have. I think we're good in the hood.
Yeah, Fortnite's just taking a little while to load on up. That is A-okay. It's kind of what we've come to expect, I suppose.
Yeah. I mean, Fortnite is what Fortnite does.
Okay, I was going to say, I think we may have missed a round there or something like that. Like, what's going on here? I thought I was on point. No, back on into this one. Just took a little bit longer to get on in here. A little bit of an update here for you. Carmel League of Legends, Penn League of Legends, tied up 1-1 as of right now. Cool little score tickers going across the bottom, let you guys know exactly how some of your favorite teams within the IEN, Marvel Rivals, Fortnite. Well, obviously Fortnite right now, Marvel Rivals, Rocket League, Overwatch, all the other esports that IEN does have involved in their fantastic Scholastic esports program. Blink-182, dude, we've seen them up on high before. See what kind of value they're able to get this time. Did they just shoot their own? Okay, sorry.
Well, I thought they did too, but they hadn't built it. It's just ready to be built. But they're still missing those shots, so either way you want to call it.
Yeah, and Sindri finally realizes this and builds just a couple of wood up there. That's all you really, really need as your team does load up here. But cutting some rug is the only thing that Porterbot was thinking about. Wow, there you go. This is the squad that we were looking for. This is the Alexandria Monroe squad that's getting mega aggressive and early. Polo's tweaking is super low over there, Logan. Blink-182 down.
Oh my gosh. They have pushed it and pushed it real good. Blink-182, dude, one of the top players on that team, down and out in Beverly Hills.
Sindri, like, just absolutely full sent across the bottom, found some value. I don't think that player actually was gotten back up, and Storm is moving, so it's going to be hard to relocate them other ways. Not Jack, down from no shields, little heals, not Jack felled, and that's going to be another Alexandria Monroe player taken down.
Dude, that was actually huge. They dropped down into there, and they got a shotgun to the face, and that was all she wrote. And literally, like Angela Lansbury, that was murder she wrote. In-game, of course, but yeah.
I hear you. That's well, let's see. We're going to go through these rounds again. It's just a simple fact that the gunfight format went a little bit better here for Alexandria Monroe. That was rounds 1, 3, and 4 that they took down and would go forth and obviously take down the majority, take down that middle round. But this match ends 2-1 after Fairfield has a completely one-sided appearance there within the box fight, quintet of rounds, and gives up one of them there within Zone Wars as well, Logan.
It was a really good battle, though. I like the stick-to-itiveness that Alexandria Monroe showed. They did not give up. They put up a fight. And there was a second there where I was wondering, are they going to be able to mount that comeback and get it done? Well, not today. But you know what? They will live to fight another day.
Yes, they will. Yes, they will. Let's take a look, and I want to give a shout-out, yes, to one of the organizations that make competitions just like this one possible, and that is, of course, League OS Portal. Do you want to play esports in college? Well, now you can search for hundreds of Scholastic esports programs. At portal.leagueos.gg. Scholarships exist for players, for shoutcasters, and more, so list all of your talents. Verified collegiate coaches are searching the LOS portal now to find you and other students just like you. IEN students, you can sign in to manage your prospect profile where your stats are automatically updated game over game. So all the players who are just involved with this one, they have their portal or their League OS portal set up. All the stats from this previous will already be updated on there. LOS portal is, of course, free for students. Don't miss your chance to get discovered. Visit portal.leagueos.dgg and level up your future. Some fantastic stuff and some fantastic support for Scholastic Esports here from Zotac Landfest, and LOS Portal, Logan.
Yeah, it's been a fantastic day. We can't do it without LOS Portal, Zotac Gaming, and Landfest. Thank you to everybody here. Thank you to all the competitors at the Indiana Esports Network. And, of course, dude, we can't do it without everyone behind the scenes. We're just two people talking about Fortnite in front of the camera or in the static Esports Awards. Hey, by the way, will I see you at the Esports Awards?
Possibly. They changed the method with which you get in a couple years ago, right? Used to be a little more reasonable. Now it's it'd be more expensive. We'll see. That and more, though, to be seen in the future. We have Minecraft coming up here next week, 11/19, 4:30 Eastern time, excuse me. That is, of course, 1:30 Pacific time over here on the West Coast. FBI Tugboat, Logan Summit, appreciate you guys for watching, and we'll catch you on the flip side.